employing any special techniques. There'd be no dancing, no meditating, just regular behavior, or at least as regular as it gets for us.
Now, once we're ready to open the valves and let it flow, we're gonna come to this, the official Mythbusters Data Disposal Unit. There's no dancing yet, I'm just walking. Now, there's one rule, number one only. Once we're done with the control test, then we're gonna move on to the potty dance.
So, for the baseline, the guys simply went about their day and tried to hang on for as long as they could.
I gotta go! I gotta go! I think I might need a 5-gallon bucket.
And for Tori, that was close to 2 hours after drinking 2 litres.
2 hours and 40 minutes I had to go, which is 40 minutes more than the boys, but I peed at least 30% more.
I'm impressed on how you actually peed in the bucket.
Yoga. So tomorrow we're gonna do this again, try with the potty dance, see how long we can hold it then.
And the next day,
So, my friends.
after following exactly the same procedure as the control,
All right, down.
2 litres of water into an empty system,
Yeah, you guys ready to get your pee dance on? Yeah.
the guys will attempt to stave off the desire to pee with a little potty dancing. However, Carrie is dubious.
All right, so the potty dance. Here's why it might work. See, the potty dance is simple and basic. It's just this, is this one.
Is that it?
Yeah. When you're dancing, you kind of, it's almost like a meditation.
Oh, boy.
You know what helps is to, like, kind of bend over.
It distracts you. It's a mind over matter thing.
Ah, God.
Maybe the moonwalk? Might make it so you don't have to pee. It's helping you?
A little. God, I hope I don't go. Actually stopped her from peeing sooner. That doesn't make any sense.
The boys felt that the moving around made things worse, which was reflected in their times. But the movement increased Carrie's ability to hold on. So, with inconclusive results, what's required is a third test, a contrasting technique to the mythical potty dance. This time, the team is going the full Zen.
Downward dog. Urinating dog.
You're ruining my zen.
This time, it's mind over bladder. Is mental and physical relaxation better than the potty dance? But yoga jokes aside,
Best experiment ever.
as the time ticks along, the team is taking this seriously. They zone, bliss, and chill out, attempting to banish bladder-bursting thoughts until they can stand it no longer.
All right, so it's 2 hours and 5 minutes. I have technically beat my control test, so technically the Zen technique is better, but not by much.
So for Tori, it was a marginal improvement on his control and significantly better than the potty dance.
Oh, God, that feels good.
And 40 minutes later, Carrie maintains her consistency with a similar time. But Grant serenely sails past his control by a massive 47 minutes, which leaves a mixed bladder of results.
All right, with the results in, it looks like it's going to be very hard to come up with some sort of sweeping conclusion. Everybody's anatomy is so different. For me, the potty dance and the Zen method both helped me prolong having to go to the bathroom. Tori, nothing helped. He had to go, and he had to go quick. Grant, the Zen method really helped him out. So, guess it comes down to everybody's different.
And that is the moral of the story. Whatever works, works. Until it doesn't, then you just gotta go.
I don't know about you guys, but I am so glad this experiment is over. I don't think my bladder could take another day of testing.
It's crazy. The results are really all over the place. I mean, one method worked for at least one of us every time, so I think we can call this one plausible.
Sounds good to me. You guys want to get a drink?
It's easy to fall in love with a puppy.
My mind was blown.
The hard bit is choosing which one to take home.
They're so cute.
A brand new series of Pick a Puppy, Monday on Discovery Family.
Is it science Or is it magic? All will be revealed. A show that must be seen to be believed. The Magic of Science. Friday on Discovery Family. The things parents do to their kids. Time for some payback.
Kids do the craziest things. Brand new episodes, Saturday on Discovery Family.
When failing means winning. Champions come in all shapes and sizes.
It's all about that base.
Every week.
That girl is headed to the NFL.
Terry Crews and his panel of funnies scour the internet for that one viral that truly nails the fail. Brand new World's Funniest Fails starts Tuesday the 14th of March on Discovery Family.
48 ferocious fighters. One ultimate goal.
I want to be the first female champion.
To kick some butt. Where precision meets collision.
One of the most complicated things I've undertaken.
And innovation meets devastation.
We have put a very complicated robot into a tank fight.
BattleBots, a brand new series. Starts Friday 10th of March on Discovery Family.
It's a randomizer request fest. Do the laws of physics really make a subaquatic spin on a bicycle unattainable, unachievable, and unfeasible? Adam and Jamie are blowing some bubbles to find out.
Jamie and I came to this pool, threw a bike in it, and tried it.
He's moving along like a charm.
It seemed to be going pretty well until we attempted to ride back out of the deep end here, at which point the bicycle stopped behaving like a bicycle and started behaving like a heavy weight.
There he goes, and he's fallen off it this time.
So, undaunted, we have each made assumptions about exactly what it would take to make a bicycle drive underwater and attempt to make the impossible possible.
Yes, back at the shop, Adam and Jamie went head-to-head and embarked on a top-secret bike build-off.
Don't tell Jamie. In order to get more traction, I'm going to make my bike really heavy, but I've also filled the tires with corn syrup. I have no idea if this is going to work. But it's funny.
Funny and a solid scientific theory. The syrupy filling will spread the tyres, providing more surface contact and more traction. He also added 50 extra pounds of weight.
I think it's perfect.
But Jamie...
Couple of lead training wheels.
...took a more heavy-handed approach.
I've added 120 pounds of training wheels to the back of this bike and another 20 or so on the front. I think it's going to give me all the traction I need. I'm ready.
So, they each have a mechanical solution they believe will give this myth its best shot. Jamie focused on weight and stability. Adam went for traction. To see if either work, they introduce a little competitive adrenaline.
The race starts here at the top of the ramp. As soon as I start the timer going, Jamie dives straight into the water. The moment he crosses the finish line, I wave the checkered flag and tell him it's time. Are you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Then it'll be my turn.
So, they're all set for the Tour de Pool.
Go!
A uniquely Mythbuster-ish event.
Most peculiar start to any race ever. I like watching the top of his bald head disappear into the water. All right, let's go follow him. Everything seems to be going smoothly. Now he's coasting downhill. 165 pounds of bike, 180 pounds of Heinemann. He's rounding the cone. This is where we ran into trouble last time we were in this pool. Going back up. The whole design of his bike is about getting him back up the hill, giving him enough traction.
But all of the extra mass doesn't seem to be aiding Jamie's cause. In fact, it seems to be more of a 160-pound hindrance than help.
It may just be too much weight for him to get up that slope.
Jamie was hoping the downforce from the additional weight would help maintain contact with the ground. It's a marginal improvement, but not enough to escape the deep end, and in the end, he has to use his feet to get to the top.
It's little Heinemann that could, inch by inch, making it out of the deep end, all on his own.
And in a burst of slow, Jamie finishes and delivers his verdict.
That was absurd. This was far worse than the unmodified bike. You know, more weight is harder to pull uphill. It still didn't have perfect traction.
Well, since I tried that approach, I tried adding less weight and changing the tire's consistency to try and exploit that. Let's say I have a run and we'll see what we get.
So, in conclusion, more mass counteracts the buoyancy, but the drag is a drag.
2, 1, go.
Question is, can Adam complete his lap?
There he goes. So far, so good. Well, I can tell already he looks like he's doing a lot better than I was. And here comes the hard part.
King of the mountain, he's not.
And he's having the same problems.
Maybe if he could hear Jamie's encouragement, he might do better.
Oh, down he goes. Boy, that makes me feel a lot better.
Or maybe not.
The good news is the mods I made on this bike are a radical improvement over the unmodified bike. The soft tires and the more weight made this bike have much better traction. However, I was not able, even with those improvements.
Let's see what that did. That looked like a nice hit.
Wow. But no cigar. A good point first contact and no penetration. But with a speed of 140 miles an hour, the team still has a chance to further pump up their chances. Because with an extra pump or two comes more power.
جزاء وأيضا بتضيع من مارتينيز. هنا كرة عرضية. الدفاع يتدخل. كل مجهود أليكس تكسيرا ضيع مارتينيز في لحظة. الكولومبي واضح بأن وزنه زائد، واضح بأن يحتاج إلى رشاقة أكبر وأكثر في الأيام القادمة، لأن المبلغ كبير اللي دفع فيه مارتينيز القادم من راسينج كلوب الأرجنتيني والكولومبي. يعني الكولومبي عنده 22 سنة.
الآن ومع خدمة بي إن أون ديماند كن دائما في الصف الأمامي. شاهد أحدث الأفلام والمسلسلات.
For the start for right now.
Okay, cool.
I've worked at special effects shops. That's where I met Josh. Josh and I have been married for a little over a month, about a month and a half. Our wedding day, that was a wonderful day. We exchanged Freddy gloves, and it was awesome.
We have Freddy gloves for rings.
Break.
Yeah, okay, let's go.
I got a sack of potatoes.
Monster Squad has a murderous interpretation of the theme of speed. On the other side of the warehouse, the mechanics on Team Chain Crew are racing into their design phase.
We're going up 15 feet, and then
so we're going to build 2 A-frames.
And then with a straight PVC out, we're going this way.
At a 45-degree or 35-degree angle?
It can be 30 degree. I'm the leader of the crew. I've never done something like this before, so I'm going to push big.
Instead of 2. The tortoise is going ahead of the rabbit, trying to set up all these machines to kill him before he can finish the race. Now, how are we going to keep him going straight, perfectly going straight? Should we cut a groove underneath and have, like, a track?
Whatever's faster. I hope Jamie and Adam are impressed. I've always been a big fan of Jamie and Adam. Given the chance to meet them and then work on something like this, it's like a dream come true.
We can use a table, then just jack stuff up in the legs to make it inclined.
Our machine starts with a pull string. When we pull it, it drops 2 platforms, releasing counterweights, which pull the tortoise and the hare forward. The hare falls off the table into a net, which releases the brace on his owner's severed leg, kicking the bucket, which knocks the rabbit into the car and bumps him off his platform, sending him down the ramp. That sets off the first booby trap. It's a trigger on a crossbow aimed for the hare. The arrow narrowly misses our bunny and hits the tombstone for his pre-dug grave. Our rabbit's jumped into his roller skating device, but he doesn't realize the tortoise has set up another booby trap for him with the knives dropping. So he'll grab the zipline loop at the end of the ramp and shoot all the way up to his hang glider, which shoots all the way down to the end of the shop. The chainsaw drops, cuts the skateboard with the rabbit in half. This continues to the next step in our contraption. That starts the ball down the ramp, and it goes down our slide, releasing a machete. As it hits another trigger, right onto our finale, the guillotine.
This machine's our honeymoon, I think.
Are we talking about using this table?
No, there's a table out there.
Can we use that table?
Yeah,
yeah,
I
it's
said
there.
we do.
Okay.
Let's check it out.
Using the tortoise and the hare to showcase speed could accelerate Monster Squad to victory, but is the idea too simple to run with?
48 ferocious fighters. One ultimate champion.
I want to be the first female champion.
We're going in hard, going in fast.
We've got a little business trying to rip somebody apart.
In a fight to the death.
That's the kind of destruction we like to see. There are no second chances.
Time to kick some butt. It's state-of-the-art engineering.
One of the most complicated things I've undertaken.
In a state of emergency. Where precision meets collision.
We have brought a very complicated robot to a tank fight.
And innovation meets devastation. Watch sparks fly and circuits fry in BattleBots, a brand new series. Starts Friday, 10th of March on Discovery Family.
Let's go get the car. Let's go get the car.
Team Chain Crew has a lot of experience when it comes to the theme of speed, and it will be interesting to see how the mechanics combine science and art for their machine.
Got it. Bowling ball's gonna land in here. Go, Sean.
Today's our first day, so we're kind of butting heads, and we got to get it under control.
Look, I'm willing to cut all the pieces. No, I know. We don't have to do it like that.
I was going through the materials, and whatever came to my head first, I tried putting stuff together, and some of it the team wasn't agreeing with. So even if it's long, we need what, 100 feet?
We're supposed to put the hinges first.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Mark, stay with me. Let them do their thing. They're too worried about everything else. I'm just trying to get this done, you know?
The dissension among Team Chain Crew will make it even more difficult to get a machine with a minimum of 10 steps done in 5 days. Will Monster Squad be able to use their horror movie magic to inspire them to work well together?
We got to come up with ways to build tracks and tables and supports without actually building from scratch.
This is going to be our race track for the rabbit and tortoise. Potato counterweights would be great. Hopefully I won't get hungry before the week's out. Well, the Starlink idea is we're gonna have a tortoise and the hare racing, but the tortoise isn't going to really start the race. He's gonna go off and have his own evil plan to try to get the hare in the end with other ways. I am building the drop shelf for our weight that will make the tortoise and the hare take off. A drop shelf is a shelf that has a platform under it, and when you pull something, it falls.
And then how are we going to trigger the platform?
Yeah. It's going to come back as a loop, and you're going to have one string here that you pull down. That makes sense. Make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. It sounds overly complicated, though. Here's my question.
Sure.
You can realistically get that finished by the end of today.
All I got to do is cut a crossbar.
Monster Squad will have to successfully rig counterweights through a pulley system attached to their tortoise and hare. Getting the right amount of mass to create the precise momentum needed will be no small feat. It's the end of day one, and we're sending in our eyes and ears on the ground, Charles, to evaluate each team's start link.
All right, Chain Crew, now's the time. Do we have a first link to watch?
Sure yes, do.
We do. All right, walk me through what I'm supposed to see.
Okay, here we're gonna start with the cart at the beginning of the table. The car's gonna go up the ramp, push the 8 ball into the basket, roll down.